What's up, guys? This is Mark coming to you live in the power of YouTube and the internet of charged spectrum. Coming to you live in another video, or pre-recording this time. We're discussing Columbine. What happened? What's happened after then? This may be a 10 to 15 minute video. Don't watch it. You're free to move on. So I guess you're staying here watching it, so you want to hear you want to hear my point of view on it. Okay, good. Okay, my point of view is this: Columbine happened because the teachers, the administration in that school, and even the sheriff's department and the officers of the sheriff's department did not take the threat seriously. I can stop it right now, 50 seconds. Post this right now. It's not even a minute, and I already discussed what really happened. What happened was the school system, the parents, the teachers, the faculty, the sheriff's department, the counselors, the school officer, resource officer, did not get the adequate information or did not share adequate information. A&E Investigates did this about 2001, 2002 after it happened. And their analysis was the same way that I thought about it back then. I was a junior at high school. I was a junior. I believed what they did was cool, awesome, go after those jobs. And I was one of those dorky kids who thought it was funny. I had a lot of friends. Who were jocks, friends who were geeks and dweebs and freaks and stuff. So I had a lot of tons of friends. I just had a real warped mind about me back then, and I still do to this day. It's just not as severe as it was when I was younger. Okay? So now, going forward with this, if I offend you with my video, I don't care. If I appease you with my video, I don't care. I'm doing this for entertainment purposes only, but only, not entertainment because, oh my god, it's cool if people get killed, but to hopefully educate you and myself on ways we can prevent this gun violence from happening. Prevent this stuff from happening again. Because we can prevent if we try. But we have to try. And what happened was, back in 1999, around 11:08, it's almost 2 o'clock here. So Eric and Dylan, at one point in time, were already dead. They blew themselves away in the library. But 11:08, they started, and they killed up around 12:08 Pacific time, or to their time, local time to their time, local time. Local time for me is 12. Then it was 1:08. So anyway, whatever. No, moving on. The police didn't seem like it was important enough to really investigate the problems that they did. Of course, in that time, you have to understand that back in 1999, the old saying was, back in the 90s, boys will be boys, things happen. Yes, we had school shooters before, kids. Yes, we had school shooters way before Columbine. They shot all people that gave up, or they killed themselves, or they gave up. But it wasn't as notoriety as what Columbine was. And Columbine, what was really sick was because Eric and Dylan planned this thing out for 14 months. Well, it wasn't like they walked in the force one day and came over a duffel bag full of weapons. They planned this stuff. They got the the fireworks stand they worked at. They got, for their help of tearing down the fireworks stand for work, they got free fireworks, and they blew some up. But also, they extracted the gunpowder out of them to make pipe bombs. So making pipe bombs ain't difficult. If you can take 2 caps of pipe and put it on a small pipe, you can make a pipe bomb. And that's practically what it is. It's very sinister and sick, but of course, a little more detail in there. They wanted to do more of a bombing instead of a shooting. People say, "Oh my God, oh my God, no, it was a, it was a righteous, successful shooting." No, it was a failed, piss poor bombing. You have to understand though, when Eric Dillon came in that day, earlier that day, around 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, they are a little earlier, probably around 10, what it was. Maybe not time. Well, whatever. The fact is, they came in earlier. When the cameras were being switched, they turned on their little Mickey Mouse clock bombs. Literally 20-pound propane bombs with enough force to kill everybody in that cafeteria. It's about 500 people, and Eric was really sick enough and kind enough to count how many people were there during a lunch. When it went up to 500, it started going down. And he set the bombs at 117 when it started getting a peak. So when it goes off, kaboom! People get blown into bits and fire and burn and death and stuff like that. And it'd be a bigger explosion at the top floor where the library is, will literally implode up and come crashing down. That was their whole view on it. Their view was that. Their view was not to do anything like that, go in there and shoot. Well, they didn't know if it, Eric thought, because Eric was a sociopath, it's going to work. He wired it poorly in a sense, but D&D experts now, D&D experts, demolition experts now said if Eric had a metal plate on the back of that Mickey Mouse alarm clock to connect the wires to the propane tank, it would have gone off. It would have killed everybody in the damn building or an area. Even if one of them went off, it would have killed probably 200 people. They wanted to outnumber the death ratio of Timothy McVeigh. That's why I set it for the 19th of April, but because a certain gun didn't come in or maybe they didn't feel good about doing it that day or whatever happened, they changed it to 20th, his birthday, unfortunately. And what they did was that they put that box in there and they dumped back in their car also. They armed those with the same switch they turned on the alarm clock and set it to a certain time. They did what the IRA used to do to the British Army, is to set car bombs like that and they explode. Sometimes killing innocent civilians as well as military of the British military. That's just one of the things of war. But that was war on the home front. This is not war on the home front. This was two kids who were mentally out there in space, who had no really care about life anymore, who hated their own lives. Now, Dylan was an angry depressant. He wanted to kill himself for the longest time. Then when Eric started feeding him all this crap about how it's everybody else's fault but you, then he became more of a danger than Eric did. I thought by reading Dylan Klebold's journals that he was more dangerous than Eric was. Now, Eric was a mastermind of a lot of it, but when Dylan started getting fancies about it, yeah, he was already gone. But he was suicidal anyway. He wanted to kill himself a year earlier anyway, because he hated his life, and even though he went to rock and roll and had tons of friends and had dates, a lot more dates than people I know of, and girls who liked him. Girls loved Dylan. Dylan was that tall, cocky kind of geek guy that was pretty cute that girls liked. Now, I'm not one of those. Sorry, guys. I'm not one of those people who say person's cute, because that's kind of weird. But that's what was said after the fact. And even one girl wrote Dylan a love letter before he killed himself. She wanted to hook up with him. Now, there's many theories on what really caused it. Was it the Clinton administration funding it? Was it the IRA? Was it some mafia? I mean, it's literally some damn stink. Was it the upcoming Bush administration funding it? Was it Al Qaeda? Was it all these here? It's like, I look at it this way though. They use homemade explosives. If it was done by the military. It would not, our military, our government, it would not have been that primitive. It would have been terribly bad. It would have been terribly worse. It would not have been that simple. Um, and the bomb would have worked, obviously. It was like our people, our soldiers doing it, our military doing it, our government, or territory government doing it. I guarantee it would have been a bomb that would have gone off, killed everybody in that building. And, you know, Rachel Scott was killed first. She asked, "You believe in God?" She said yes. And they put a bullet into her temple, killing her instantly. After they shot her a few times and laughed at her practically. Kathy Bernard, they said that they asked her, but they set the gun barrel on the table to her head and blew her brains out. Literally, her head probably her brains probably all over the damn floor probably. Like I said though, if I make you sick or make you not like me, I don't care, because I'm a very graphical person. Um, Now, and they shot people. They shot a few other people there. They killed many other people in the head, and they bled out. They killed one black man by calling him the N word, and they shot him. And it was really gruesome and really bad. And even people who went in there, a SWAT team who went in there, who see blood and guts, couldn't imagine it. This looked like this. Bodies stacked on top of each other, bleeding out. People's brains matter everywhere. I mean, it was nasty. And see pictures of Eric Dillon. It wasn't. It wasn't Hollywood, folks. You have Dillon, one of the side of his head, his skull was missing. Was over, and his brain matter was over on Eric's leg, right about here. Brain matter on the side right there. And his hat was his side. He had blood coming out of his nose and his mouth because he blew his brains out with probably a Tech 9. And so he was gone. He probably took longer to die because his brainstem right away. Eric, on our hand, you saw Eric's pictures. If you see from the side, you see his skull from right here. Right where your ear is at, tip of your ear, above that is gone. He had like one of his eyes dangling out of his socket. And he's laying like this with his mouth like this. Because he had the shotgun in his mouth. And when he pulled the trigger with her hand, of course, the old reference what a friend told me was called blow your top off. Really blew his top off. It was almost like a perfect circle. And blew it straight off, and his brain out all the books and stuff though, and nasty stuff. Of course, one eyeball was rolled down the one of the aisles down there in the library, and one was hanging out of the socket like this, hanging out of the socket, literally hanging out. And the shotgun was resting on his leg right here, underneath his leg, indicating to me that he sat up probably like this, and had it like this, and fired it. When he fired it, of course, his head went back, and brain matter went towards this. His brain matter went towards the books and up, and his skull right went over too, and the shotgun slid right underneath his leg. That's where he laid at. Now, they had, I hate to be graphical, but I'm a graphical person. But why do you think they did it? It was because they were sick and they wanted to be famous. They didn't give a damn about people's lives. What can we do about this stuff? Is tell the authorities. If you know some jackass is trying to kill somebody or shoot up a school, don't be a prick. Don't be a douchebag. Just fucking tell somebody, okay? Because this bullshit has to stop. It must stop. Okay? They're shooting all over this place. People running around killing everybody. And you're holding on to moral turpitude. Listen, if you hear anything at all, you contact local authorities. If any of your friends is angry, depressed, or suicidal, you contact the suicide hotline, teacher, somebody. Don't go to the parents though, because most suicide people, teenagers, don't talk to their parents. They don't want to feel a burden to their parents. But talk to the school counselor, talk to a law enforcement officer at school. get them help. And if you are suicidal watching this video, get help. The more important things in this planet than worrying about, blowing up a school. Eric and Dylan, didn't get the help that they deserved, or the help that they asked for. They didn't ask for any help. They didn't want any help. They didn't care. Now, maybe Dylan was going more that way, getting help, but Eric was already out there long. He was so fetished with killing people. I don't think he gave a damn anyway. But listen, guys, if you truly are thinking about ending your life, our life of people in a school because you feel bad about yourself, consider this: that what you can do to them will be no more sweeter than to what life can do to them. Most people in high school that picked on me in high school are working jobs like I am. They're not any more special than I am. Now, I live in a nice house. They live in an apartment. I own this house. House is mine. They don't own their house. They live in an apartment the rest of their lives. So I don't laugh at them. I don't make fun of them. I just turn their cheek and walk away. That's me, though. But Eric and Dylan didn't do that. They had friends that probably fit their stupid little problems. And because of that, I despise people like that. I despise people who feed stupidity, who feed anger, who feed immoral justice. If you're one of those social justice warriors that are mad because, Trump dropped a bomb killing people, consider this: people dropping a bomb on us. And same with Columbine. Gun rights were being threatened. Evil guns. If they kill people with baseball bats, they probably start banning baseball now. Now, until we find out what ails the human heart, we're not going to make a dent in the body count. It doesn't matter what we say or do. We're not going to make a dent in the body count. And it ain't going to matter. Because, until we find out what's wrong up here and how to fix their heart and not be so damn hardened and evil, we ain't making a dent in the body count. Not at all. And I'm sick and tired of the liberals and conservatives crying about gun rights and gun laws and evil this, evil that, and yet nobody wants to dare and to stay from the fact that we live in a world where you get shot just walking down the street, like some old St. 4-year-old man did. We live in a sick world, people. And if you ain't worth fighting for it or surviving, I don't know what to tell you. Tell you one thing though. It's a cold day in hell before I start blowing up my workplace or shooting up my school. Because I don't believe in that garbage, my friends. This is Mark saying, peace, love, be safe. Don't give it hatred. Hatred never wins. Hatred only wins when you die. And when you die, like Eric and Dylan did, it just grows more hate. Peace, love, be safe.